Monday. Today is a nice beautiful day outside, nice and sunny here. I am sending out lots of prayers to all those being affected by the hurricane. Pretty devastating stuff, all the footage that I've seen, and makes me all sad and tear up, and I just pray pray for everybody down there, pray for all the help that they need, that everybody gets what they need, that they get their power turned back on, that there's people that have, you know, lost their homes, lost all their stuff, that again, they get the help that they need. So again, lots of prayers going up. That's what I can do. In any case, I'm getting ready for breakfast. It's like 11:30, 11:40, my usual. Just got finished with my exercising, so now it's time to eat. So I did a shower this morning, did a bag change. Sometimes on Monday I videotape. Today's not one of those days. The last 2 weeks I was able to videotape a recipe. This week I haven't even came up with a recipe for what I'm gonna do, so I still have to figure that out. But yesterday Saturday we went to the Harvest Fest, so that video is going up today. And then yesterday I made 2 pots of soup, so one for Mom, one for us. So I made pasta fagioli and a lentil sweet potato soup because she had lentils that she wanted me to use. Did that, and then Cassie wanted her hair colored, so we colored that a nice pretty blue. And it stayed like a good color after her first washing, so yay. I left the color in long enough this time, and it should be good. So very nice and pretty. But that took up most of yesterday, and then I edited video for today and stuff. So today is going to be a catch-up day, as a lot of Mondays are. But again, I've done a few things. I called 180 Medical, my ostomy supply place, and I asked to have a different bag sent to me this time. So I got in just in time. The order is supposed to ship on the 4th. And so yeah, I got this placed early enough that they'll be able to ship it out with this order. So it's going to be the same type of a bag. It's just going to be opaque instead of transparent. So we'll see how that goes. It should be fine though, again, because it's the whole same type of bag and materials and all that good stuff, and my skin is fine with that. I should not have a problem. But something different. So yeah, I finally got that phone call done. That was on my list for all of last week. Got that done. But again, I made myself a list as per, you know, Mondays as they go. I have a list of, you know, 20 things or so to do. So slowly but surely, one item at a time, we'll just keep crossing them off. But for now, I've got my eggs, my bread ready for toast. So I have my scrambled egg and toast breakfast. Here's the pasta e fagioli soup. It is an Olive Garden dupe soup. It is so flavorful. It does end up having my bag blow up like a balloon, but it is so good, I will eat it anyways. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Therapy day for me. It's an early day. It's like 60 degrees out, a little bit chilly. Shouldn't want to go. But, right, these are those days when it's like a three times dressing day. You gotta wear a coat and pants in the morning. In the afternoon it's warm and you change into like shorts and a t-shirt, and for the night it gets cool again and you get the long pants back on if you need to go outside. But anyways, I'm feeling pretty normal these days with my arms, so that's good. We shall see what we do with therapy today. It's good to have sunshine, but it's squinty. Can't see. I have a plant in my head. Alright, PT is done. Hopefully I'm not too dark. See, it's very bright in the windows. I was coloring Cassie's hair the other day and she was sitting here and she's like, can we make it any darker? It was so bright, and we had the blinds closed. I'm like, that's all we can get. And within, you know, the hour and a half, the sun had moved enough that it was then like regular lightness in here, and too funny. Enjoyed the sunshine well, we've got it. Days are getting shorter. Anyways, PT is done. She was happy. I told her, I'm like, I feel pretty much like normal. And she goes, really? Let me see your range of motion. Do this. So going forward, and you'll be able to see that. Going forward and up, I can go pretty high. So And again, things feel like normal like that. I can reach up high. I can, again, reach stuff in the cabinets and stuff. That's all normal and good. I'm sitting at my computer, reaching for the water, no pain. Knows that that's awesome. She asked about behind my back, and so again, I can get easier now. Now my shoulders are loosened up a little bit. I can get up higher. I could feel it was very stiff when I first started there, but and then going up sideways, I could still only do, you know, regular. And she goes, well, that's not good. And I said, yeah, true. That one still needs work. The rest of the stuff is doing pretty good. So then she did some work on me and massaged my shoulders. Again, first put some like cream on there. And massaged them to kind of warm them up, loosen them up, and then did the thing again where she's pulling it, kind of pulling it out of the socket, and then she moves it and then moves it up. And again, when she does it, again, I can go higher. It doesn't hurt. It just feels like a really good stretch. And she did that a couple times, and then she did it again where she's holding my arm and going down. I can get pretty far. When I'm laying on the floor now with having my arms up, I can almost like touch the floor. I've got much more range of motion going this way again now, and then going back a little bit, still kind of tight. But so she did those moves on me on each side, and then what did we do? She had me do a different exercise. She gave me a band. I'll probably show you that one. I'll go on the floor where I'm supposed to, well, maybe. Go down, like reach with one arm, do a cross body, like over down towards your pocket, and then pretend like you're drawing out a sword and going up and over. So with that one, again, there's not much pain or anything. It's just stiff. And then she said too, because I said I'm doing it on the one side, I'm like, I can feel more at my shoulder blade on the ground. And that's what I could feel last time when we were doing our work. And it was the shoulder that was hurting, and I was trying to do the moves with doing the bar over the head and then doing the bar and taking my arm out, and I could feel it all in the shoulder blade in the back. So it's not even the head of the humerus, the head of the shoulder bone. It didn't really have to do with that. So I told her, okay, doing this arm, it was going okay, and then I was doing this arm, and I could feel it all in the shoulder bone. And she said, yep, that's kind of like the next area to be able to be worked is the whole shoulder bone in the back, the whole scapula. That also needs to know that it needs to loosen up and it needs to let the arm work. So it seems like from what the movement she can do and how she can move my arm and there's no pain and how much we can stretch it, the shoulder capsule and all that feels like it's good. It's kind of knows what it's doing. It's loose enough. Now it's like the shoulder blade. So then she had me lay on my side and lift this arm up as like thumb up, kind of as high as I could go, and then she was grabbing it and she could get it even higher. She could get it way up there and all that. So so that was nice. So she would do it again where I would go as far as I could. She could get it a little further, and then she'd let go, and then I was supposed to hold it. So we did that a couple times, and then afterwards when I kind of did this, I pushed it. She's like, let me see what you got now. I can go up higher now, so I'm not just level with the ground. I can get up there. So she was all happy about that. That's working. Ooh. See me if I sit too far down. So yeah, PT's working, the shots are working. I'm getting more range of movement. Even when I first came in, she kind of measured me. She had me do the moves, and she said it looked like I had about 15% more range of motion already. And now today, after her doing the work, and I got a little bit more again. That's wonderful. And then tomorrow I have one more shot, and then Thursday I'll have PT again. And we'll see where we go from there. So hopefully, again, with having one more shot in there, it'll kind of loosen me up some more and get these shoulders moving. So happy for that. I'm just happy I'm without pain. I can move. Feeling more like normal. You know, these little setbacks, right? I was gonna say, right, a couple steps forward, you're gonna take a step back. and exercise my patience with getting, now getting the shoulders to get back to where they are. But again, I'm so grateful. So grateful that I can still move. I can even still just do stuff, take care of myself and do things. So making food for myself or whatever. I told Wayne again the other day, I said, yeah, the last time I went grocery shopping with him, I was feeling again, I'm like, I'm just so grateful again to be where I am at, because one, I can shop with him and I could make it through the whole store and I'm good. I've, feel normal again. I've got the stamina, the energy. I can help. It's not a matter of my, like before this, when I was in pain, a year ago, I would help a little bit. We'd go shopping and I would be slow and we'd be getting to the end and it would just be like, okay, I'm done. And he's like, do you want to go sit in the car? Do you want to? And I was like, oh, I could make it through, but I was kind of like pushing myself kind of. But now I can shop and we'll get to a certain aisle and he's like, oh shoot, I forgot, this 3 aisles back. And I'm like, I got it. And I'll go run and go get that item and, come back. Well, I'll walk. But I'll go get the item and come back and I can do those extra steps and I can go. It's like I was like teared up in the store last time, he had forgot something I was going for it. I'm like, look at me. I can go and do this. I can go and get the item and come back and do all these extra steps and I'm okay and I'm not in pain and I feel normal. I can still do this type of stuff. So yay, it's a process. It's again, those emotions of feeling where we're at, feeling okay, feeling sad sometimes of not being able to do something or whatever's going on, but more so being grateful of again where I'm at and how far I've come. So anyways, I guess that's today. So I will fill you in again tomorrow with the shot. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. The grass cutters are here. So a little noisy. Early appointment today, 9:20. It's like 50 degrees out, so I wore my Hilton sweatshirt today, remember. But yeah, last shot from me today. My mom texted saying that the pumpkin is not on its hook. So even though it had chili pepper in there, the squirrels supposedly don't like it, the squirrels probably took it down. So I will stop after my appointment and see if I can find it. Hopefully it's just on the ground somewhere. They just got knocked down. Maybe they tried to drag it somewhere and then realized they didn't like it. So we'll see what we see. All right, shots are done. Whoop-de-doo. Very nice. So that's it. He said that if in 3 months I'm not feeling any better or whatever, I think I need his help for something else or more, to let him know. So he said he can't do anything more now for 3 months. So I don't know if he could give another shot at 3 months, maybe. But in any case, I am done for a while. So it's wonderful. Shots went well. They, again, just tiny bit painful for that first one. Feel that one going in just a little bit, but it feels like a very tiny needle. So I don't, feel it that much. It's very nice. And I could feel the fluid going in a little bit in the left shoulder. Didn't really feel much on the right shoulder. When he was done, usually I can tell when he's done. I could feel the fluid going in. This time it was like, oh, he's done with the right shoulder. Okay. Funny thing is, I forgot to take my band-aids out from last week. So I go prep my shoulders. I'm laying there and move the gown, and they're like, oh, let's take this band-aid off. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Band-aids are so comfortable. I didn't even feel they were still on. I thought about them last week at one point. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get the band-aids off. And then I completely forgot. So I thought that was funny. But in any case, oh, that's it. Let's go see if we can find that pumpkin suet. It's been a while since I've done a garden update. But yeah, so the squirrel hasn't completely dug up the pepper plant, but lots of dug spots. Still doing his thing. Every day, digging around my plants, leaving me peanut shells. Kind of getting in there. Well, I see a little bit around my tomato plant, but not too bad. Otherwise, the tomatoes are all still green. Those are the two that I picked that were over here. Forgot to show you those. But otherwise, still lots of green ones on here. Haven't started turning yet. But maybe they'll get there. And then more all dug up spots. So maybe we'll fix it. Can I go this way? See, outside here I look really dark, but then last time I edited it, it wasn't too bad. My face came out kind of clear. We'll see what happens this time. So, I did check all around my mom's place, and I did not find the pumpkin suet. So, a kind of surprise. The squirrels have done that before, where we put the suet. I think we were using the shepherd's hook that time too, and they knocked it down, and we realized that, oh, okay, they could get the cage open. So we've had to tie the cage shut with twist ties, and we also tie the cage to the tree. We put we have a rope on there that kind of ties to the cage, and then we tie it around the branch so that they can't take the cage and run with it. So I have no idea. I checked our whole commons area. I checked a couple of the neighbors' porches, and I can't find it anywhere. Even checked a couple trees, just in case, figuring, oh, you know what, maybe they took it in the tree. So even though it had the chili powder, and supposedly the squirrels don't like it, I'm still thinking a squirrel took it. Because that's what they do. The birds can't really take it anywhere. They can't fly with it, but the squirrels scamper off with it. Silly squirrels. Mom's kind of upset about it. I just laugh. I'm like, you know, somebody obviously really needed it. They needed that big buffet of suet. So hopefully it made them very happy. Other than that, I've got my shoulders are kind of starting to hurt. I didn't get a chance to exercise yet when I got home. I thought I would, but then I visited with Mom for a little while, and then Cassie wanted some McDonald's, so I ran out and got her some food. And then I just relaxed for a little bit, ate my lunch. So yeah, figured out, gotta come check the garden. Haven't done that yet. It is only like 1:40. About 2:30ish. I'm wondering, you know, this time too, if it's going to be that 4-hour mark where my shoulders are going to end up hurting. So we shall see. It was funny this time too, even rolling. He did my left shoulder first, and when I went to roll over on the left shoulder, I could kind of feel it already. It was like the shoulder just felt a little odd for him to try to get the right shoulder. And then walking to the car, I could feel it already in the shoulders. It was like, oh, it kind of hurt. For some reason I was thinking, oh, this time should be fine. I'm not going to feel anything. I don't know why I'm thinking I'm going to feel like I had a really good arm workout or something, but just the way they're kind of aching. I'm thinking, yeah, around that 2:30, 3 o'clock mark maybe. I just might be needing some Tylenol. So we shall see. But, ooh, leaves. That's about it for the moment. So, trying to think if anything else is going on this afternoon. Not really. I'm going to start editing this video so I could maybe have it up Friday. So I will put on here my PT Yet with Gina tomorrow. And that will be this video. So for right now I may take a walk. Wayne's been getting home from work a little bit later these days, and it's getting dark at 7 p.m. So I said, I'm like, well, I guess if I want to walk in, this is about the start of where I have to kind of start walking by myself, because it's going to get too dark for the time he gets home. He's usually home by 5-ish, but he hasn't been leaving work till 6 because he's busy. So I may go take a walk in this beautiful sunshine. All right, getting my walk in while it's nice out, sunny, light out. Last time Wayne and I walked, it was, like I said, 7 p.m. and dark. So still nice to get a walk in, but much nicer in the sun and see all the pretty flowers and the water. And I just saw the heron fly by. It's me, yay! I figured I did ask Dad to come with me for my appointment, and the doctor's having a little trouble getting the shot in, so then I asked for Dad to help get the shot in. So there we go. It's him telling me, yep, he was there. He helped. And people are coming, so hold on. Alrighty. So the other thing I was going to say, scrolling through Facebook, well, really last night, I think I've mentioned at the beginning of the video, I said sending out all my prayers to all the people affected by the hurricane. I said I don't know why the last couple days, well, you know, since seeing some of the hurricane footage, I guess, put it that way, the footage has been online, scrolling through Facebook and seeing some of the reels and stuff and clicking on a few and seeing all the devastation. And even though I don't know anybody that's been affected, I talked to a few of my friends and stuff and they've all been fine. I guess one of the girls said there was like she was on the 2nd floor or something. Or was she on the 4th floor? But the water was up like 4 feet. But again, at least she's okay. So, yeah, I don't know anybody directly affected, but for some reason this one's like hitting me. I'm super sad feeling. And I think about it and see all this stuff, it's like I'm tearing up and ready to cry. And last night being in my bed and, you know, I say things that I'm grateful for as I'm going to sleep. And I was like, you know, I'm grateful for my comfy bed. I'm grateful my husband's next to me. I'm grateful we have a house, you know, our house. And then I guess immediately thinking of all those people that don't at this point in time. That all their stuff was affected by the hurricane and got, you know, washed away, or even if your house flooded and all that, your stuff damaged. Yeah, it's almost feeling guilty that I have, you know, all this stuff. Well, again, that's part of life, right? I mean, there's only a part of the country that's affected, and all the rest of us are still going on with our lives, still having to do what we need to do. Doctor still has to show up to the office. I still had to show up to the office, get my shot. You know, we still have to do our jobs. So, after I got home, during lunch and all that, I was scrolling through Facebook and seeing different videos of all the help that's going on. So again, I just get chills through my body and I started crying, and I'll start crying talking about it. It's so amazing, just the people being able to help the way they can. So there was a video of all these dump trucks lined up along the, I don't know if it was an expressway or a main road, and they had, you know, like going on for a mile in either direction. So the trucks that are ready to help with cleanup. And then there was another video of a couple of radio station personalities were at an airport, and it was like for small planes or whatever, and they said all these people with their personal planes are flying in and dropping off supplies that they can. And so then there were a couple of semi-trucks that were there too, ready to load up these supplies to be able to take them to people. And again, just regular people. Another guy, you know, posted he had like one of those big smoker grills. He said, I know they don't have electricity and water, and so he brought his grill filled with lots of meat and food that he could hand out, and water. I'd seen another restaurant that was I think just outside the affected area, and on their front counter they had I said like they made 1,000 lunches for all the linemen and stuff. So they had them all these lunch bags on the counter and stuff that they said they were handing out. They were doing what small amount like they could, but it's just so neat that all these people come together. Being able to help. It's just so wonderful. I go back to, as they said, you know, Mr. Rogers said, you know, when you hear about this destruction or something big like this happening, and then look for the helpers. There's always the helpers out there that help make it better. So that is just so neat. So again, like I said, I can pray. I can put it out there, and there we go. I'm praying for all the help. I'm praying for people to get the help they need. And yeah, so in the small way they are. For all the people being able to help the way they can. It's just so awesome. Little, I don't know what to say, bonus for humanity, little pluses. That there are still lots of good people out there. People helping people. That is so awesome. So, love that. It brings me to tears. So, yay. Just finish it off like that. Just love to see that. morning, happy Thursday. I am running just on time again for PT. But beautiful day, better than yesterday. Honestly, no coat today. It's 68 out here already, I believe. So, whereas yesterday was in the 50s. So this is nice. I will take it. So we'll see what happens today. Last week I was here, they had pretty flowers. This week they have pretty mums. And then I just realized that they have pansies. That's my favorite flower. I can never find them in the stores, and yet they have them here. How neat. Okay, PT is done. It was good. Good stretches again. So again, she massaged my shoulders a little bit, help loosen them up, and then did the getting them out of the socket and doing the raising, as she does, and then with the bending back and forth. And then this time I got to do a bicycle with my arms. So I had to use my arms to do that, and that was actually a little tiring. I think I'm gonna be feeling that later, which is actually kind of funny. But I've never done that one before. Now that I've done it with my legs, I've done it with the arms like going back and forth type of thing, but I've never done it just with my arms going around. So that was neat. And then with some weights, the one that's like the pull down. So she had me go sideways. Have my arm out sideways, and then pull down, and then let the weight kind of bring me back up, and see how high I could go, which I was feeling pain. I thought it'd be more painful pulling down. It wasn't too bad. I thought I'd really be feeling it there, but she was also manipulating my shoulder blade while I was doing this. So, yes, I was going back up into as far as I could go, which wasn't all the way up where the weight could go. I could only go so far and then pull it down again. So it was good shoulder workouts. So she told me, yeah, just keep doing what I'm doing, keep working with the band of the crossbody thing that she showed me, and yeah, my regular exercises. So we will see her again on Tuesday. So good stuff. Here we are on the floor. I will show you some of the moves that are the exercises I am supposed to be doing for my shoulders, and some of what Gina has shown me. So hopefully you'll be able to see most of me on the floor. I've tried to make sure I'm in frame. But this is what I do pretty much every morning. In the morning I pretty much start on the floor and do the floor exercises, and then in the afternoon, or nighttime, I usually do the more of the standing ones, I suppose. So, when I'm at PT, like I've explained again, Gina usually like kind of pulls my arm, like down far, so it almost feels like it's out of socket. And then she moves it off to the side, and then she kind of moves it up and goes as far as she can and gets a good stretch out of it. So that's nice. And then she will also move it this way a little bit, and then move it this way. And in doing it this way, I think she said they want most people to be between like 85, 90%. She said I'm getting to be at 80. That's I'm probably more so 80%. When I'm laying on the floor and doing this, I can almost get completely down. At therapy, she gets pretty far. So what I've had is this bar. I've mentioned this one before, and we're back to doing this one. So I kind of get my arms out of socket as much as I can, reach up as high as I can, keeping the lower back on the floor, so tummy in, and having the back against the floor so you don't arch your back, and get this as far over your head as you can. And I said I'm at the point now where this is as far as I can go, as far as even like pushing myself. It's just a tad painful, not bad. If I were, to have like her doing it or to have help, I've mentioned I could have Wayne at this point come and push down on the bar. My daughter said she would help if need be, that they could push on the bar and do that, and that's what she was like, making sure that I don't raise the back, which you can feel I'm doing that. When I get to this point, I'm all like, that's as far as I can go, and to try to push myself further, I'm raising my back, I'm arching my back to try to get further. And she said, yeah, I don't want to do that because that works different muscles and kind of cheats it. It doesn't really work it. So in reality, I can stop doing that one and do child pose, which I'll do in a minute. I haven't done this one in a while. This is another one to do, but because both my shoulders are hurting, I haven't done this one so much, just because it also would hurt both arms. But to try to keep this arm loosey-goosey, and then with this arm push, and again trying to go, keeping the straight arm straight, and push it up as high as I can, which I can go a heck of a lot further than I have been able to. Ooh. Well, that's a nice stretch. And then same on the other side, because of both arms being hurt. So this one loosey-goosey, underhand grip, and with this one, guide it, try to keep this arm straight, and this arm and guide it, again, as high as I can go, trying to keep it fairly level with the floor. You don't want to bring it out. So for a while there I was bringing it out like this and going, so I'm going to try to keep it more level with the floor. And again, then I start to feel it in the shoulder blade in the back. And it was one of those things that she said, that's what we're working on next, is engaging the shoulder blade. So now the latest move was the yellow band that she gave me. So to wrap that around, anchor it at the hip, get this one out fairly far. You can kind of tell as I'm, depending on how much I want it to, how tight I want it. So this was kind of the drawing out of the sword. So to cross my arm across the body, kind of like I'm reaching for this pocket, and then to bring it diagonal across the body and up as far as I can go. And to do that, each of these moves are usually about 5 times each. This one's just a matter of doing it to tension and going. To doing the over the head or doing the other arm one, that one is more so holding it for a minute. Because again, you want to stretch out the area and then hold it and let the body know that that's okay, that's the way it should be moving. That's how it's supposed to be. See, now this one again, it hurts more on the floor. It doesn't hurt the actual socket. It's hurting my shoulder blade. It feels wonky on the floor. So that's that one I'm supposed to do. And then laying sideways. Dun, dun, dun. Usually have a pillow. I decided not to bring it down. I should bring it down. Laying sideways then, I take this arm and I press down with this hand. Ooh, and see how far I can go. And I hold that one for a minute. And then usually I go back this way just because I can, and same, press down on it just a little gently because it hurts. I hold that one for 30 seconds. That one wasn't really moving there, but I'm like, oh, the arm still has to move that way also. So again, doing that on each side for five times. 5 times? 3 times. Maybe 3 times. I have to check my book. What was the other one? Oh, and then, like when I'm at PT, the other one, like Gina has me do is, she's had me do this way, thumb up, and then raise my arm straight and as high as I can go until the point of pain, and hold it, and then just bring it back down. Oh, my pillow. And we did this one 10 times on each side. So, usually get to a point and try to push it and go. So that's that one, and then, ouch. For the heck of it, for my stomach, I usually do a plank. Oh, keep that going. But then, child's pose. Hopefully you can see this. So again, was having the arms out straight. My hair's gonna fall on my face. Arms out straight, and then go back on your haunches. And neck fairly straight. I always want to put my neck down, but try to keep your neck straight. And then, yeah, and then as you go down, and try to get down as far as you can. If you're really good at yoga and you're really good at this move, you can end up putting your forehead on the ground I usually try to have my knees a little bit separated too. You can also try if you get your knees together, if you're better at this, but oh, this feels good. Oh, but then to try to get down as far as you can and stretching that out. Now she said right now, because of the bar movement that I am, as far as I can kind of go with doing the bar over my head, to try to do child's pose more, because again, you're still getting the arms out there and it's my own body weight, then getting them to a point of stretching them out. So that's that one. I think, let me get my, I'll show you the other one with my other band. All right, and then with the other band that she gave me before, that has the two areas, I was using this in the doorway and doing the arm pull downs, and then the sideways ones. I haven't really gotten back to those, all these other exercises. I've done it a couple times, but you can do this with a towel. She would prefer a towel because it's strong and not as giving, like this stretches. But I told her I can work with this. It's here, I got it. But kind of whip this one over the back. Whoosh. And I can go pretty far up. That's the thing too. I can adjust this of where I'm hanging onto it on the side. I used to have to be way down at the end when I wasn't having as much mobility. But I can choke up on this a little bit. But again, oof, there, and then grabbing it with this arm, which again, I, hadn't been able to do before. I, could barely grab the knot. I'm trying to go above the knot now, get my arm up as high as I can, pull on this, till it's tight, and then I just like hang on to it, and then I hang out like this for a minute, and again, and then do the other side. So kind of like, I can wash my back now in the shower, because I can do this. I can grab it. Right arm I can't get as high, but try to wiggle it up there, same, and just hang on to this and hold it for a minute. And I think I do this one 3 times. I think it's the only one I do 5 times each, is doing the wall walk. So there's that one. And then doing over the shoulder. So to, grab this and pull it in as far as I can. Reach this hand over my shoulder, as far as I can. And again, hold that for a minute. And then obviously the other side, which again isn't, I can't get as far. So reach that one over the shoulder. See how far I can go and hold that. And then at PT, she's had me do this way and see how far I can get back. And then maybe even reaching over to the side. So this, I'm trying to reach to the other shoulder and hold it. Now again, I never really used to be able to do this one that great before. I'm like, I don't really have a baseline of, before all of this started, before my even shoulders hurt, started hurting. As far as how far could I do this? Because this is a move I would do a lot when doing my Denise Austin exercises. This was a good stretch. When you're doing an arm workout, when we're doing a lot of weights, she would do her arm day and leg day, and we'd have an aerobic day. And then those are some of the stretches we do. You do the stretch like this, which we haven't done. I know I told Jean in the first place I was doing this, and she was like, I don't really do that one. That's not a good one. I haven't asked her about this one yet lately, but sometimes I just add extra stretches in like this too, again, just to stretch the shoulder area and do whatever. But again, those types of stretches and this one, doing the over the head, would be stretches that we do with Denise Austin. So, yeah, and because I've done that at PT, then sometimes too when I'm sitting at the computer, I'll just do that. I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting here watching a video. I'll do some stretches. I do that one. I do that one. Sometimes I just put my hand around, put my hand around my back and kind of sit there and just hold it, just to get a little bit extra in. The other ones are wall walks. I'll try to show you that. I think I can get my camera in a position I can show you. Get to see all over my house. See my beautiful doggies. Oh, yeah, miss them. Anyway, so this is the wall that I use to do my wall walks on. So there's one, you do both arms. So we'll go up, and I either do it, I can do both close, and I kind of measure my fingers to the top of the frame of how far I can get. So I've been able to get to the top, which is nice, or with this hand even a little bit above. So this one we do 5 times and holding it for 30 seconds. So sometimes I do them closer together, or I've done them apart just because I can. Web on there. And then I can really tell about how far my fingers are and where I'm at. And then the other one I do is sideways. So then we do the one arm, which again is pretty good. I can get pretty close to the wall. I can get way up there. I've been able to kind of get my hip against the wall and kind of lean into the shoulder, try to get it up higher. And then of course the other side, which I can't get as high. Yeah. So, yeah, so those are a little bit painful. Those have been the ones bringing me to tears lately. Although last night it was the laying on the floor and bringing the arm up and then pushing as far as I could go. That was the one that brought me to tears last time. So, yes, those are the exercises that I am doing at this point in time. So the shots are all finished. Now again, I will just have PT twice a week through the end of the month. We'll keep working it. Like I said, today she had me doing a weight machine with doing the pull downs. So using a weight. I don't know if it was 5 pounds, 3 pounds. I don't know how far, how far we went. It wasn't too heavy, but to try to get the strength in the muscles. And like I said, I did a hand bicycle, which was interesting that it was kind of fatiguing. I'm like, man, has it been that long since I've actually worked out my arms, that I've done weights, that I've done that just doing a sitting bicycle with the arms was like, that was actually tiring. What the heck's up with that? So again, so I'm trying to still keep up with my other aerobic exercising and regular exercising just to keep the rest of the body going. I also told her it was funny doing the arm one. Actually, I could feel it in the abs. I could feel the abs tighten up. So she was like, bingo, good. So again, there's a 2-for-1 exercise of working those shoulders and strengthening them, but also engaging the abs. So that was good. In any case, that's it for shoulders for this week. So I hope you guys are feeling well. I hope your shoulders are well. Keep your body going. Keep everything active. Because that's what we got. We've got our one body. We've got to keep it going. Make life as good as we can. So you guys, keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.